Hey everyone, my name is Saad. Today we're going to discuss how to upgrade Sccm to 2111. So let's start with the TechNet documentation. Spend a few minutes here to discuss what's new in 2011 release. And then I have the Sccm installed and configured, and I just thought like let's record it. Okay, perfect. All right, so these are the new features. I put it together in my OneNote. Let me bring it up. Okay, so these are the key features. Here's a link. If you want to discuss each feature in detail, you can do that. Improvements to application groups. Let's have a quick look here. So improvements to application groups. So this new release includes the following improvements. So now when you deploy an app group as required to a device or user collection, you can specify that it automatically uninstall when the resource is removed from the collection. Intune has a similar concept, not very much similar, but close. So it's a pretty nice feature. So um, looks like it's toward one step towards the automation. Um, Uninstall for user collections, that's a new feature here. Um, if a user is in a collection, the application installed, and when you remove it, it will be automatically uninstalled. Great feature. So no need to manually redeploy the applications. Software updates. So this is one of the feature for the software update. So let's discuss. I haven't gone through each feature by myself yet, but let's go over together. So what's that? When selecting an approved application script from the script library, so approval for orchestration groups. So we can just ignore this one. All right, enable update notification for Microsoft 365 apps. It's a great feature. So under the client settings, they introduce a new feature called enable update notification for M365 apps. Nice feature. Simplification in cloud attached management. It used to be called co-management. Now it's a cloud attached. They rebranded this name. So simplify cloud attached configuration. So improvements to cloud management gateway. So now you see the virtual machine skill sets. Set support for Azure or US government cloud environment as well. But I think the previous version already introduced the VM skill sets for the commercial tenants as well. Okay. Site infrastructure improvements to external notifications. Nice. Yes, so this one is check as an error. So this is one of the prerequisites. So we'll probably have to run through this one. I'll show you when I go to my Sccm server. Improvements to VPN boundaries. If you have a complex boundary structure um, and you're taking care of the virtual network adapter to the VPN boundaries, there are some improvements over there. Connection status, description, for example. Status messages for console, some improvements in dashboards and reporting. Sorry, donut charts are more improved. Okay, Software Center will display the logo. Nice. That's a good improvement here from the end user perspective. Okay, from the OS deployment perspective, the task sequence check for TPM 2.0. It's a good one. And I think since the technology is more towards heading towards the passwordless authentication methods, so TPM 2.0 it's going to be a mandatory requirement anyway. And if you look from the security perspective, TPM 2.0 is recommended. Improvements to Windows servicing dashboard. Yep. If you are doing a patch management, servicing got improved here. Configuration manager console itself, I'm just gonna skip through this. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, let's take a look at the deprecated features. So store for business is gone. Bye store for business. Asset intelligence and on-premises MDM. Cool. Okay. other updates. Yeah. All right. So let's discuss about the prerequisites. For the prerequisites to do this. Okay, so if you have a service connector enabled, you will be automatically seeing the 2111 downloaded. The minimum version I believe required for you to upgrade uh, to 2111 is 2006 or later. And if you have a complex hierarchy infrastructure, for example, CAS and multiple secondary sites, perform from the top hierarchy, which is the CAS generally, and then go to the bottom hierarchy. Um, ensure that you're running supported operating system and SQL versions. Okay, in my case, I'm already using, I installed the base version 2103, and then I upgraded from the base version to the next version, which was 2107. Right now I'm at 2107, and today I'm going to upgrade to 2111. Okay. Other than that, yeah, there are no there is one prerequisite, which is the .NET framework. So you need a specific version of .NET. I ran through the prerequisite check just to make sure we can speed up the video, and I on purposely saw the error in the console. So let's figure out the error. That's the check, which is not passed. So let's take a look. Let's jump on the SCCM server. That's my lab server here. So far, okay. Okay, give it a few seconds. Let's close unnecessary windows. So server, free up some resources here. Close the management studio as well. Come on. Okay. Close the log manager as well. That's just a notepad. What's that? Oh, that's just the RDP session to one of my machines I was testing. I'll exit out of here. Okay, perfect. So now I just have a SCCM console. What is that? Oh, I'll hit cancel. Cool. So this is, you can say the landing page of the SCCM console. Let's see where we at the moment, and we'll go from there. So hit close, close, close. Administration. Okay. Let's go to help, or let's go to about config manager. So I am at 2107 at the moment, and I have the service connect enabled, so that means I should be getting the auto updates. So let's explore one by one. So you see that 2107 was installed initially, and then I applied the hotfix. If you are on 2107 and you didn't apply the hotfix and you want to go on the 2111, you don't need a hotfix. It brings all the prerequisites together. So I did the prerequisite check, like run prerequisite check. It took a few hours. and apparently it got failed. So let's click on show status here. Okay, so what's that? Prerequisite. So download replication. Okay, let's take a look. Pass most of the checks, but the one here. So required version of Microsoft.NET Framework. So this is the one I was talking about from Microsoft.NET as well. So if in order for you to upgrade to 2111, the minimum version of .NET required is 4.6.2. Okay, let's take a look what I have, and we'll go for the upgrade process. Just a second. I'm checking if there's any PowerShell way. Okay, let's go to the registry. Let's go to the local machine and software Microsoft, and after that net framework setup, and after that NDP, after so V4, that's a deprecated thing. All right, so I got a PowerShell command to figure out like what do I currently have installed, which version of .NET I have. So you can see this is the version I have. So all we can do, go for a next step here. Let's download. Well, sorry, that's not a server. 1 second. Here, let's bring up the config manager here. 4.6.2. Configure require at least 4.6.2 or size system clients console to minimize disruption. Got it, got it, got it. So first install the latest version of .NET 4.8. Okay, so let's go with the latest one, 4.8. Okay, so bring up the Chrome browser here. Okay, it's the official .NET site. Okay, let's go with the runtime one. Already have that one downloaded, but let's take a look. So it says start on, okay, installation. So what's causing here is, so I already have the 4.8 installed. Let's go back to the Sccm here. Let's look at the status. Come on. So possibly the reason is it got installed later after the prerequisite check has ran and I did not get a chance to restart my server. So what I would do here is we'll just close all this tabs here real quick and we'll give it a restart. Okay, so the server has rebooted. Just log back in. All right, so looks like the server is back. Here, let's log back in. Fire up the Sccm console here. All right, so the Sccm console is back here. Let's go to administration, updates and servicing, prerequisite check fail. Let's check for updates. Not for updates. Let's run a prerequisite check one more time here. So it's checking. You can see the status here, show status. Click on show status. It's going to show you how many checks have been passed so far. So it's not started. So definitely it's going to take some time. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to look at it and see if it all turns to green, and I'll resume the video. I'll talk to you guys shortly. All right. So it didn't take that longer. Took like 3 or 4 minutes. So again, so now it says completed with the warning, but not error anymore. So it says what's the warning is. So configuration at least 4.620, but recommend release version 4 by later version. Okay, that's good. That's fine. What we can do, we can proceed with the installation now. So let's go back in there, the administration update. So now you can see the prerequisites check pass with warning. That's okay. So, but just as a precaution, I will just run the .NET one more time to see if I'm missing any uh, .NET version here. Let's go to downloads. Okay. All right, so it says the 4.0 layer is installed on this computer. Perfect. So I'll just ignore that warning and proceed with the installation. One more thing I wanted to show you guys here real quick, in case you are not aware. Let me do a quick research. 1 second. So this is a config man prerequisite utility. Is it available on GitHub? I'll just real quick put the link here. Let's download the file. Let's go to the file, launch, just run it. I have to extract it. What happened? Okay. Let's extract it. Even if it's complaining. So So it looks like it's already extracted here. Config manager prerequisite tool 3.05. Oh, no, 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 not this one. Right, this. Okay, launch this utility. And this is a really good prerequisite checker. You can run it for, let's say, like primary site, and then you hit install. So retry, so it's hit install. Let's see what it's checking. It's actually installing. Okay, so let's see if I'm missing anything. So completed. So no change needed. So you can see that it's a no change needed for the primary site here, but we're not installing the primary site. Keep in mind, just wanted to show you, like, this is how you run the prerequisite checker. Okay, sounds good. Let's get back to config man and install this. Update back. Okay, simple. You can just ignore the warnings by clicking this check, hit next. You can either remove these features. These are basically the discontinued features. Okay, keep in mind you can have a central administration site, orchestration group, and application groups. Okay. So update without validating, I'll just go with this default option here. Accept, doesn't matter what the date. Next. Okay. Give it a refresh. Yep, I will give it some time to get it properly installed. And if we are on the latest version, then I will return the latest update here. All right, finally, guys, after 10 or 15 minutes or so, uh, the status state turned into installing. So as you can see here, show status. Let's take a look here. Prerequisites completed with the warning. That's okay, but installation now in progress. So it's gonna go through all these checks and install these components one by one. And once it's completed, then we're gonna just take a quick tour to see everything is up to date and working. I'll pause the video now. Alright guys, so I waited around like 10 to 15 minutes and it was able to install. So as you can see, I just hit refresh button here and it shows all the installed components here. Let's move on to the post installation. Yeah, I'll just wait for a few minutes to finish the post installation. And if you look in the here, it says like a new version console is available, working on all one so my corrupt data. So what we would do, we'll just go ahead and close it and we'll exit out of the console. Okay. Okay, cancel. Okay, Just close that, and it was automatically saying that the new version is available. I hit OK to install. So just FYI, this console upgrade um, involves the process of uninstalling the old version of console and installing the new latest version. So it's going to uninstall the old version first and I'll apply the new patch. If you want to see the logs, you can see under config manager admin UI setup.log or the config manager admin UI setup verbose.log. So here are the logs location I was talking about. It's located on the root of the C. So config mgr UI setup log. That will tell you the exact steps here. So install launch condition, evaluating launch conditions here. Removing older version. Look here, it's removing the older version of this application, and then it's going to install the newer version. Here, removing backup files. Yep. Updating components, copying new files now. It's calling the install util.exe, which is the latest one. Yep. Still over there. Okay. Okay, install successful. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Version to registry. So it successfully updated the latest version in the registry as well. Required component installation, console extension starting to install. Yes, so it's starting the console here. Launch up the console. Okay, perfect. So let's verify. So first thing first, go to help about config manager, and here we are, 2111. Perfect. And console version should be the latest one as well. So we're gonna check three things. MECM version, which we checked here. Console version is the latest one as well, which is 17005211, and the site version as well. So all three are latest. Perfect, perfect. Another place you can quickly check here, go to administration. I think it's under site configuration. And when you click on site here, one site so far, let's go to properties, and you will just verify the version here as well, and the build number is 9068. So everything looks good. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post your comments. I'll try to answer. Thanks everyone. Hope it is helpful.